everyone, Lacey here with Tribe Vibes Yoga and the Walla Walla YMCA. Today I'm going to talk about wrist pain and yoga. So some people come in with wrist pain, some people experience wrist pain while practicing yoga. This is an indication that either you have some damage in your wrists, your neck, or your forearms, or that you're not engaging your core correctly in our yoga poses. So if we come in with wrist issues, one of the things that I recommend is grabbing blocks, okay? Instead of being flat on the ground, you can clasp the blocks gently. When we're in a plank, this protects our wrist just a little bit more than if our hands were flat on the ground. What we can do to strengthen our wrists is a couple of different things. We need to release some of the tight muscles and strengthen some of the weaker muscles in our forearms, as well as learn how to engage our hand into the earth. Okay, so let's first learn how to engage our hands into the ground or our mat. So we want our fingers spread nice and wide, thumbs drawing back. So if you're a typer, you're on your phone a lot, you're on your computer, you're a sewer or a crochet, you do crochet, all of that's perfectly fine, but your thumbs usually will start to curve in like this. In yoga, we are stretching our hands back. That might be why we are experiencing some discomfort in our wrist and or our thumb during yoga practice. So, pressing our hands into the earth, we want to make sure our fingers are spread, and then we press our shoulder over our wrist. Now, if this is too much for you, gently walk your hand, press back onto your hips so that your shoulders are a little bit less above your wrist. Rocking forward and back, stretching our wrists out, making sure our fingers are engaged. We're pressing each finger pad into the mat, as well as each knuckle, okay? Rocking forward and back. Making sure our core is engaged. We don't want to press too much pressure into our wrists. If this is too much for you, you can always take your blocks and rock forward and back. This might relieve some pressure because your thumb can go into the inside of the block until we've gotten it stretched out far enough so that we can be on the ground. Rocking forward and back, nice and gentle. We want to be kind to our joints. If you're on the ground, let's plant our top of our hands on the earth. Flexing our fingertips back towards our knees. And then forward and back. Our weight is over our heels still. We're pressing with the weight of our shoulders into the earth. And go ahead and release. Sliding back onto your sits bones or into a chair, wherever you're at today. We're going to take a gentle fist. Don't squeeze, just nice closed hands. We're going to roll our wrists out. Nice and gentle, nice and slow. You might hear popping. You might hear a little bit of grinding. If it's not painful to do this, you should be good. If it's painful, please consult a physician or a chiropractor or even your massage therapist. Rolling our wrists in. And go ahead and release. Open and close. Spread your fingers out as wide as you can and then close as hard as you can. Open and close. and go ahead and release. As a massage therapist, I have come into accounts with a lot of people that experience carpal tunnel syndrome in their wrists. And most of the time is from typing, playing the piano, sewing, texting on their phone, wherever your hand may be that's like this or like this. Our muscles in our forearm, the front of our hand, and down our forearm are tighter because we're here all the time. We're pressing the fingers down into the keyboard or the piano, or we're here and texting and squeezing our fingers together. That is all using our flexors. These get really, really strong and our extensors aren't doing their jobs correctly. They can't keep up with the amount of pressure that the flexors are putting on our wrist. So just place your hand right here and flex your wrist nice and strong using your muscles. You should feel your flexors. Now place your hand on the back and pull back. Those are your extensors. Your extensors are usually elongated and our wrist starts to do this, okay? What we can help our wrists to do is a little bit of myofascial release. So we press our hand down, palm up on our hand. Usually I recommend putting a little bit of lotion or cream on your forearm. We're gonna take our hand and press down to our wrist and through our hand, from the elbow crease all the way down. This may be painful. It may feel really good. You can add a different variety of pressures wherever you can handle. If this hurts your hand, use your forearm and press, press, press. And then when you're ready, flip over, add your lotion or cream, and you're going to pull up. You can use your forearm as well, from wrist all the way to elbow. This will help relax the muscles in your forearm to help relieve the pressure off your wrist joints. We want to make sure we're going up on the back and forward on the front of our arm. Up, forward, okay? This is really, really good. I do it every morning before I go to work. And I don't have painful wrists. I teach a couple classes every day, and I have up to 5 clients per day as well, and my wrists don't hurt because I make sure I take care of my forearms and my hands. The third thing you can do is you can find a resistant band. It doesn't have to be a circle, it could just be a strip. I have a circle. And we're just going to place our 3 fingers in and we're going to flex. We can do that a couple times. You can add a variety of intensities with how much you're pulling back with the opposite hand. If we go one way, we should go the other way. So flip your hand over and press forward. Our palm is facing up now. After you do 10 on each side, go ahead and switch to your other hand. Grab, pull. Palms facing down first. And release. Flipping your hand over, press down. Make sure you're controlling as your wrists come up and as they go down. And release. Roll out your wrists, see how your wrists feel. Plant your hands down on the earth, rock forward and back. Do they hurt as much? If you're using the block, can you flip the block over and press your hand flat? If you were here, can you plant your hands all the way to the earth? Practicing this every day or once a week will really help your wrist mobility and maintain the pain. Relieve the pain wherever it may be for you today. Thank you.